Okay, so I'll share my slides now, and I'd like to say good evening to you for joining me this evening. Today we're in for Premium Business Webinar 3.0, and okay, so we're in for a great time, and I'd like to say good evening to you for sorry about that. I'll share my slides again. Please confirm you can see my slides.
You can see your slides.
Yes, ma'am. Can see.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for joining me this evening. This is Premium Business Webinar 3.0, and we're looking at from mindset to market today, positioning for premium clients. And my name is Dr. Ijoma Umeoga. I'm an entrepreneur and a business strategist. And I'm glad you could join me this evening. That's my profile. And you can just take a snapshot of it and take a snapshot of the QR code to see a little bit of what I do. I want to gladly welcome you today, and I'm excited to have you around. So over the next 90 minutes, we'll explore how shifting your mindset, refining your business positioning, and communicating your value with confidence can help you attract and serve premium clients. We're all about premium thinking. Yes.
You're not on slideshow yet.
I'm not?
Yes, ma'am.
So you can't see my slides?
We can see your slides. You can see this side by side. So we're seeing the ones on the side, and then it's not on full screen.
Oh, wow. Can you see it now?
I can see your slide, but it's not full screen. But you can go ahead if...
Okay, let me reshare it. Let me reshare the slide again, and where are you? Please, what are you seeing now? Let me just know before we go on.
Yes, it's better.
It's better.
Yes, ma'am.
Please also help me confirm. Is it okay now?
Yes, it's okay.
All right. Are you seeing my video?
A video? Your own video, right?
Own video, yes.
Yes, I'm seeing your video.
But that's all with the slide, full screen.
Okay, let me check my view. Maybe it's, let me do, did you do side-by-side speaker or standard?
Just, in fact, I minimized my screen. The way I'm looking at it, I'm not seeing myself. So just want to be sure.
But I can see you, depending on how I do it. Maybe
Okay.
side-by-side speaker or anyhow.
Okay, if you can see me, that's fine. That's
okay,
fine.
ma'am. All right.
All right, so I'm excited to have all of us here. Please, can you? I'm seeing Aniefyon, you're welcome. Damsel, you're welcome. Doreen, you're welcome. Olomachi, you're welcome. Adenike, you're welcome. Thank you all for joining me this evening for this webinar. We're in for a great time. I'm sure that at the end of this webinar, we will go home with something practical to do for our businesses. So over the next 90 minutes, we'll explore how shifting your mindset, refining your business positioning, and communicating your value with confidence can help you attract and serve premium clients. So in this session, It is for anyone who wants to stop competing on price and start standing out. You want to stand out in whatever it is you do. You want to confidently grow a business that will command respect and premium pricing. So it's important that you have your notebook around, have it handy, because we'll be sharing some practical strategies that you can apply immediately. And please don't hesitate to ask questions. You can put your questions in the chats, and so that it can be very interactive, and we'll enjoy this session. So let's take a quick look at what we'll accomplish together today. By the end of this webinar, I want us all to be able to think premium. And we've all defined premium, defined premium. All of us are in the premium mindset room. So we've defined premium. We want to shift our mindset to focus on value, not just price. We want to be able to attract the right clients. Let us know that your business has its own client. So I want you to be able to attract your kind of client, okay? Identify and reach clients who appreciate and are willing to pay for your expertise. And then I want us all to be able to position to win. We want to be able to align your brand and offerings, whatever it is you're offering to people, align it so your business naturally appeals to high value clients. And I want us to be able to speak with confidence anytime we come face to face with our clients. You want to be able to communicate your value clearly and with authority. And then finally, you want to turn mindsets. You want to turn that mindset into market. You want to take practical steps to convert these shifts in the way you were thinking before into real business results. So looking at all these objectives, it will guide our discussion. It will guide our exercises and some of the questions and some of the polls that we will be, launching, and ensuring that you leave with actionable insights, something you can implement immediately. So please keep these points in mind. You can take a snapshot of it. You want to think premium, attract the right clients, position yourself to win. Speak with confidence, communicate what it is you have with confidence, and then turn this mindset that we want to create today into market. So the first, this webinar has been divided into two sections. The first one, we'll be looking at mindset shifts. We'll be looking at mindset shifts. And before we go deep into that, I want to launch a quick poll. Mindset, want to check your mindset. So please help me look at that poll. Can you see the poll? If you can see the, yeah. So the first question, the question there is, what do you think most affects your ability to attract premium clients right now? And by premium clients, I'm talking about people who won't even question how much is this? They just want to buy because you are delivering value. What do you think is affecting that ability to attract them? The first point there is your confidence in communicating your value, clarity about who you serve and what problem you solve, pricing and packaging your services, and the fact that you may need more clarity. Only 2 persons have voted. We are 6, or how many are we here? Please, I like people to vote. It can help to guide 3 persons. I need at least like 5 votes. So 2 persons say confidence in communicating the value, okay? And then clarity about who I serve and what problem I solve. And see, these 2 things are very critical. We're going to look at it as we proceed. You can please go ahead to continue with the polls. It's just a time of reflection so that you will know where the challenge is, and then you will know what exactly you can do to make that mind shift. Okay. So every option that we have seen in that poll, every option is a mindset shift before it becomes a business strategy. Premium positioning starts with how you show up. How you show up. How you show up. How many of us have voted? Has everyone voted? Please, has everyone voted? Can I get some responses?
Yes, I have.
You have voted, okay. Thank you. So all those options we see there is a mindset shift. And if you understand that shift, it can become a business strategy for you. And premium positioning starts with how you show up. How you show up. So the first thing we want to talk about is confidence. Confidence and clarity. And remember, our focus is on premium clients. How do you show up? How do you show up? How can you be clear so that your client know exactly what it is you are offering? It's important that we have a mind shift. Serving premium clients starts from your mind. It starts from your mind. Clients are drawn to people who are confident in their value and clear about what it is they are offering. Sorry. Confidence allows you to show up with calm, with authority. It allows you to communicate without apology. It allows you to lead conversations with assurance. Clarity helps you define who you serve. One of the questions there in the poll is, are you having a challenge in defining who you serve? Clarity helps you define who you serve. It helps you define what problem you are solving and why the solution you are presenting to this client actually matters. So when confidence and clarity come together, you stop chasing people. You begin to attract them. Remember those three questions. Please, let's note it. Who you serve, the problem you solve, and why the solution you bring matters. These three things, very critical. And when it aligns, you stop chasing customers. You start attracting them. A mindset shift, just like we've seen there on the screen, is about seeing yourself as a trusted solution provider, not just a service provider, operating at the level you want to be paid for. In your mind, you need to be sure of the fact that you are a trusted solution provider. You know what solution is? There's a problem, and that you have what it takes to solve that problem. That needs to be settled in your mind as an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur is a problem solver. An entrepreneur comes to a place and identifies a gap, and they look for a way to solve it. So if you want to be a premium business person serving premium clients, you need to see yourself as a trusted solution provider, not just a service. Okay? Not just a service, not just I'm selling this, I'm selling that. You need to be clear in your mind that what solution am I bringing? What am I being paid for? Let me give us a typical example. Let's say somebody was preparing, different vendors have been called in to service a particular client for their birthday. Different people are called in. There is a chef who comes to cook. There is the baker who bakes the cake. There is the event MC, right? There's an MC, there's the event planner. All of those people are different aspects of this major client's birthday. But let me look at the example of the baker. So this baker is the one that has been given the responsibility to bake cakes, dozens of cupcakes, ice the main cake for the customer. But when the customer is asking her for her price, she begins to pause. She stumbles over what she says. She will now begin to say things like, I hope this amount I'm charging is not too much. I can lower it too if you want. And then during delivery, begin to provide explanations very quickly, avoiding eye contact. You don't want them to look into your eyes because you're sure, you are not certain. So rather than presenting what you do with confidence, you now fumble over words. And what is the result? This client looks at this person and is seeing someone who is unsure. Yes, even though he has given you the contract and you've done it, you've delivered on it and everything, the client just pays without enthusiasm. You know what happens? That client may not recommend you for someone else. Why? In their mind, they will just be thinking that this person has not proven to me that is capable. You may not be the person that will be on top of their mind when there is an opportunity to recommend a baker. Why? You didn't impress them. It may not be about the cake itself. It may not be about the look, all right? Other vendors may even get praise, get referrals, but that person may not get a referral. Why? Why? It's because of the way she presented herself. Why is it important that you present yourself with confidence, with clarity before your clients? They need to believe you. How many of us here have done, you've done an excellent work. You've done something that you are proud of. It's your work. How many of us have been in that place and you notice that, oh, there are people in rooms that could mention what you have done and they don't. Some of the work we have done didn't translate to respect, didn't translate to referrals, didn't translate to higher pay. Why? Premium clients don't just buy products, they buy confidence, they buy clarity, they buy certainty. So research shows that when people have a clear sense of who they are, okay, that thing you call self-concept, when you are sure, that's clarity. They act with confidence. When you are sure of what it is you're offering, you act with confidence, you perform better. When you know who you are and what you bring, others will respond to that clarity. So, confidence means believing you are competent, prepared, and worthy to sit at higher level tables. And premium clients expect assurance. They expect calm authority. They expect decisiveness. And confidence helps you speak clearly, set boundaries, and lead conversations without second-guessing yourself. It is more than feeling, ladies. Confidence is more than feeling brave. It's about how you present yourself. When you speak with calm authority, clients trust you immediately. Communicating without apology shows that you value your service and your expertise. When you begin to lead these conversations with assurance and you keep your discussions on your term, you can guide your clients into seeing the value that you bring. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. You need to be the one in control of your conversations, be able to communicate your value. So I want us to think about it. When was the last time you hesitated to speak? Maybe that somebody called for something you're selling And like, I'm not sure. I don't know what the price is. So especially, it happens to some of us that are in service, like you provide service to people and you're finding it difficult to quantify what it is, what value you are bringing. So what we're talking about today will help you prepare yourself ahead of time so that when you are faced with situations like that, you already know what it is you are bringing to the table and you are able to communicate it. You need to practice it over and over again so that when it happens to you, somebody asks you, what is it that you do? You are not fumbling over words. You're just able to give it to them the way it is. So how do we cultivate confidence as an entrepreneur? We've talked about clarity. You need to be clear on the value you are creating because your confidence will grow when you are clear about what it is you are offering. When you can clearly answer these 3 questions, please note those questions down. Who do you serve? Can you note the question down? Who do you serve? Who am I serving? Who are my clients? To answer that question, you need to know who are the people this my product or service are meant for. So if you know the business you do, please can you just go to the chat and type who you serve. I just want people to type who they serve. So maybe we can use some of your examples, some of the people you serve to cite examples and make these points clearer. I don't want it to sound vague or just pick examples from elsewhere. So please just go to the chat. It's part of your work or your practical session. Right, who do I serve? Is anybody helping me to write? Who do I serve? Who do I serve? Students, okay? Who else? Who do I serve? Who do you serve? In your business, who do you serve? I've only seen one response. You can unmute your mic and tell us who you serve. Okay, busy professionals, thank you. Who do you serve? You can unmute and tell us who you serve if you are not able to write. The next question there is, what problem do you solve? So to these students, what problem are you solving for them? To the business professionals, what problem are you solving for them? You could be serving busy moms who cannot go to the market to get some things for themselves. Those can be the people you're serving. And that can be in different categories depending on what you're selling to them. Homemakers, thank you. You're serving homemakers. What problem do you solve? What problem do you solve for the students? What problem do you solve for the busy professional? What problem do you solve for the homemaker? Then the third question I want you to ask yourself is, what changes because you exist? This your business, this thing that you're offering to them, even if it is a service, what changes because you exist? What value do you think you're bringing? Please, these questions, I want you to be thinking about them. No matter what it is you're doing, your business needs to fall into this. You need to be able to answer this question for your business. Who am I serving? What problem exactly am I solving for them? And what changes because I exist? You stop guessing and start speaking with assurance when you are able to answer these questions clearly. You don't apologize for the value you understand. So it's important that you write it in your notes. Even if you can't answer these questions immediately, please note it and answer the questions for yourself. Who do you serve? What problem are you solving? And what changes because you exist? The second thing is that you need to prepare. Prepare yourself. When you've answered these 3 questions, remember, we're trying to cultivate what? We're trying to cultivate confidence as an entrepreneur. You need to be clear. The second thing is that you need to prepare until calm replaces anxiety. Prepare so that you don't have to guess. Confidence is often the result of preparation. So you need to know your prices ahead of time and why they are set that way. So aforetime, you should have planned yourself, oh, these are my prices. If you're selling products that you know you buy, this is how much I buy them. I source the best of the best. And this is how I deliver. These are my prices. Know it ahead of time. Prepare yourself for that conversation, because conversations on prices will always come up as an entrepreneur. You need to prepare for it. Not just how much is sold, but why it is set that way. And then anticipate common client questions. Some people will ask you, oh, your own is more expensive than this other person's own. Why? You should be able to explain and answer them. During this Rala fair, I heard there was an incident that happened, and it was just because a client that came to purchase something from one person, two persons are selling the same thing. So they went to customer A to ask, what is it that you are, how much is what you're offering? And she said, and it was a bit higher than the second person, right? And this other client came to the one that has a higher price and is saying, see, your neighbor is selling like this, like that. Why is your own more expensive? I wasn't there, but I just heard the story about what happened. And what I was just thinking about those two scenarios. One gave an answer and said, I know what I use. Don't compare me with another person. I know what I use, to produce my own products. In the same way, you should be able to defend when somebody asks you, why is your price like this? Anticipate those questions. Oh, why is your cake tasting like this? I've tasted a cake before, this buttercream, when it was very rampant before, and it was slightly bitter. I had to ask the question to the client, why is this cake slightly bitter? Did you notice that the buttercream is bitter? And later, when I entered deep into baking, I discovered that there's some coloring that you use that actually tastes bitter in buttercream. So you should be able to answer certain questions for clients confidently. Practice explaining your offer simply. So calm authority comes from knowing you are ready. You are ready to explain anything. Okay, stop. The third thing is there that you should stop over explaining and start positioning. Now, you could say that this is contradictory to the first one. No, it is not. Over explaining signals uncertainty. Instead of convincing, state your value. It's different from answering a client's question and explaining your offer. Explain your offer. If they just tell them what your value is, this might cost this and everything. So if they begin to ask, oh, why is your price is high? Simply tell them why. You don't need to talk too much about it. You don't even need to force or begin to fight over it. If they are your clients, they will stick with you. That's what I want to say. But this third point here is that you should stop over-explaining and start positioning yourself. Over-explaining signals uncertainty. Instead of convincing, just state your value. State it. Don't begin to say things like, I hope this works for you. Like, instead of you trying to sound like that, sound unsure, tell your clients that what you're offering ensures quality, ensures consistency. Just sound like that. All right. Positioning builds confidence both for you and your client. When you position yourself properly, it builds confidence both for you and your client. Please, if you have a question, don't fail to just put up your hand, or if you want to speak, or you put it in the chat. Then the next point then, cultivating confidence as an entrepreneur, is to set and honor your boundaries. Set and honor your boundaries. Every time you hold your boundaries, your confidence grows. You say, okay, I'm going to deliver by 4 p.m. Please make sure you deliver by 4 p.m. If for any reason you are not able to, it's not by 4 p.m. that you will start calling. You can give the client a call 1 hour ahead of time that, sorry, because of this, I'm going to be like 5 minutes late. As much as possible, try to hold your boundaries. Again, if you have set your price, don't begin to shift. If you sound unsure concerning your price, it becomes an issue. Now, when I say this, it does not mean that you cannot offer, like Valentine is coming now and you want to make more sales. There are marketing strategies that you can offer, maybe discounts to your premium clients. They have been coming, and you just want to do something to give back to them. Sometimes in that you're giving, you get more business. But it's not that you're lowering your boundaries because they are overpricing. So set and honor your boundaries. You need to have clear pricing, clear timelines, and clear scope of work. Another mistake that people make is people begin to change what they have said they will do. They begin to change it in the middle of the work. So you end up spending more. Let's say, for instance, you've agreed on a price for a client. The people that suffer this thing most are people who do handwork. You know, you have started working, you've agreed on timing and everything, and then the customer comes midway to add something to what you're doing to them. Please be clear on the scope of work you're offering and hold to your boundaries. If there's going to be an extra work, charge for it. And let it be clear that, oh, if I'll have to do an additional work, it's going to attract extra charges. And state exactly what, you know how taxi people will tell you, I think Bolt does that thing a lot, that when you take a Bolt and you get to a place and they have to wait for you for some time, they put extra charges after some time. It's already clearly marked. So that is boundary. That's an example of boundary. So you don't just come and waste their time because you have booked Bolts. So that's how it works. Your own business, there should be boundaries, and you need to hold your boundary. Boundaries are essential so that you don't get, you don't lose out as an entrepreneur. And most people value boundaries, especially if the value you are offering is authentic, is of good quality. Confidence strengthens when you respect yourself first. So you act confidently before you feel confident. You know, oftentimes when you start cultivating confidence, you may look at it that, hey, I'm not a very confident person, or I'm not that kind of person that is always very loud or delivering my points. If you attended the Speak with Confidence webinar, there were some things that we stated there that you don't have to feel confident to act confident. And the fact that your voice is shaking, like your natural voice is tiny and all that, does not mean you can't. Confidence can be learned. Okay. So sometimes internally you are shaking, but you can speak confidently when you are sure. We've talked about clarity. When you are clear, even if your voice is shaking, your value will be communicated with confidence. All right. Confidence follows action, not the other way around. You need to start acting it, then confidence will follow. Speak clearly. Pause, hold eye contact. Remember the pastry chef that is looking up and down when discussing with client. That should not be you. Hold an eye contact with your customer, with your client. Pause, speak clearly. Your mind will catch up to your behavior. Please anchor confidence in purpose, not in approval. That's the final thing I want to talk about. Let it be on purpose. Let your confidence be on the fact that this thing I'm offering is of value, is solution that I'm bringing to the people, is solution that I'm bringing to my clients. So anchor your confidence on purpose. Don't anchor it on the approval of people. When your work is rooted in purpose, my ladies, and your service, see, rejection will not shake you. Even when someone says no to you, it won't shake you. So stop needing validation and start leading your conversations. I want to move to the next slide quickly. How do we cultivate clarity? So while confidence helps you to show up well, clarity helps you to understand why you matter. It helps people to understand why you matter, why what you are saying is important. So cultivating clarity means knowing what you offer, whom you serve, and the value you bring. Premium clients don't want confusion over explaining. They want precision. So clarity will allow you to communicate your expertise and your position, your position without struggling. You'll be able to see your service as a solution. Yeah. So I've given examples of the kind of people that you serve. Answering that question, who you serve. Clarity starts when you stop saying, I serve everyone. Because you don't serve everyone. That's the truth. You don't serve, it's not everybody that you are serving. You have to be specific. Like Damsel says, she serves busy professionals. That's very specific. That's clear. Someone also said, Nike said, I serve homemakers. Homemakers who wants to keep their home neat, smelling fresh at all times. Someone will be serving busy families. Busy families. Someone could be here serving event planners. Maybe you provide small chops for event planners. You make their work easier. So they don't have to go and fry the small chops themselves. They can contract it to you. That could be your service. Okay? You don't just have anybody who needs cake if you're a baker. You have to be specific. So the second thing in cultivating clarity is the problem you solve. People don't buy products, they buy solutions. Please note it. They buy solutions. So you could be that person that is delivering last minute, helping vendors to solve last minute stress during events, and helping vendors and maybe event planners to guard against unreliable vendors. We are just there to help and assist and make the work easy. The third thing you need to look at in creating clarity is, what is the outcome you deliver? What changes after someone works with you? Do they have more peace of mind that they worked with you? So I'm in a group where we're talking about how people deliver their worth, to their clients. And I made a comment there, which is true. At the end of an encounter with a client, do they feel more at peace, or they see you as stress, as responsibility, as the you that is the provider of the business? There are some people you do business with that they end up giving you headache. You'll be the one to do almost all the thinking. That entrepreneur is not thinking anything. He just wants to collect your money. They are very transactional. What do you offer to your clients at the end of dealing with you? Is it peace of mind? Is it timely delivery? Is it great taste? Is it a wonderful event? Maybe as an MC, they just look at you and say, from start to finish, this program was well organized, spot on. Everything happened at the right time. What is it that you're delivering to your customer? Then the fourth thing you need to talk about is how you are different. How you are different. How are you distinguished among every other person? Remember that the market is big. The market is big. There are a lot of people doing exactly the same thing that you're doing. What we want to achieve at the end of this webinar is that you are able to stand out. And if you are not able to define these things that we're talking about, gain clarity about your business, you will not be able to stand out, because you'll just be like one drop of water in an ocean. Everything looks like water. So how different are you? Clarity sharpens when you know your edge. What is the edge you have over others? What is that thing that is unique about you? Is it that your processes are hygienic? How can you assure your customers that your processes are hygienic? If you're into baking or you're doing something that has to do with cleanliness, are you consistent? Do you have a consistent quality that you're delivering? Anytime they taste that your cake is the same thing, do you deliver on time? Then, how do you communicate it? Clarity, about when you know all these things, who you serve, the problem you solve, the outcome you deliver, what makes you different. The fifth thing that you must consider is, how do I communicate this thing simply? If someone were to give you 5 minutes for you to explain what it is you do, then clarity is missing. 5 minutes is long. You should be able to say one-liner, this is what I do. And that's it. Please, if you can just go and write just a one-liner, what is it that you do? And that statement, let it incorporate who you serve, the problem you solve, the outcome you deliver, and what makes you different. So something in the lines of, I help busy families get reliable, great tasting pastries without stress. So in this statement now, you have told us who you are serving, busy families. You have told us the problem that you solve. You solve the problem of stress. What makes you different? It could be that your pastries are great tasting and it is easy. Okay. So you are not that person that says, I do a bit of everything. I do a bit of everything. I sell cakes, chops, small chops, pastries, anything. No. Or I sell cosmetics. I have any products. Just come to my shop and buy. I know we don't have such people here. So be clear. If you can write it, you can write it in your notes. If you want to share, if you feel like sharing with us, fine. But you can write it in your notes for yourself. So clarity sounds like, I help women. Let me stay away from pastries for a while and look at cosmetics, because I know there's someone who sells cosmetics here. I help women with sensitive skin choose safe, effective beauty products they can trust. I help busy professionals with sensitive skin choose safe, effective beauty products they can trust. I help them. So you are delivering value. It's not just come and buy, but you offer advice. I know I've been to her shop and she has offered me advice before. Okay. Or maybe an event planner. I can say I help clients host smooth, engaging events by confidently leading the flow of the program. So when you are clear, clients don't need convincing. They just understand your value immediately. So I want to launch a second poll. And that poll is on application check. I want to end this poll first. And then that's the result for our poll. and I want to launch the application check poll. All right, so can you see the poll? If you can see the poll, let me know.
You can see the poll.
Okay, so please let me know. That poll is application check based on the things I've talked about so far. Okay, which shifts would most improve how clients respond to you? For all we've talked about, is it communicating your value with calm and authority? Is it being clearer and more specific about who you are serving? You know your business. Is it stating your price without apology or over explaining? Or is it setting and honoring clearer boundaries with clients? Please, can we do the polls quickly before we go ahead?
I'm still seeing
Just
the
a,
old poll. I'm still seeing the
oh,
result of the old poll.
Can't see the polo.
you can't see the poll.
Yes.
Oh, so where are you, poll? I've ended that poll. Stop. Okay, stop sharing. Okay, let me launch this one now. Can you see the new one now? Application
Yes.
check. Okay, thank
Okay.
you. Okay, so please let's quickly answer this poll based on our conversation so far. Please, are you following? Is it making sense at all?
Yes, you are following. It's making sense.
All right. So please let's quickly respond to the poll. Before we go on, we just have about 1 minute to just click. Is it communicating your value with calm authority? Is it being clear and more specific about who you serve? Is it stating your prices without apology? This is what I charge. Or is it setting boundaries, honoring your own boundaries? I'm going to stop it in exactly 8 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you for participating. All right, so I'm going to end this poll now and share this result. So look at it. The majority have a challenge with communicating their value with calm authority. This is how much I shall, okay? Being clearer and more specific about who you serve. Very important. Please define it in your notes. Who am I serving? It's a practical thing. Who am I serving? Okay. What problem am I solving? And then what will be different if I'm not there? What is my edge? What's my competitive edge? I think that's the word. Yeah. Okay, so we'll move on to our next slide. Thank you all for participating in the poll. Thank you all. I hope you are following so far.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. So, we've looked at cultivating clarity. So we want to move into section 2 of this webinar. And that is the power of premium presence. From clarity and confidence to commanding the market. How do we now command this market? We have defined ourselves, we've defined what we do, we've defined the problem we solve, who we are serving. We've discovered what our competitive edge is. Why is it important that we position our brand? Why? So brand positioning is about deciding on purpose, how you want to be known, how you want to be known. In a crowded market, there are a lot of people that do pastries. A lot of people are into cosmetic selling. A lot of people do hairdressing. A lot of people are selling, what do you call it? They make washing up liquids. They do all of those things. A lot of people are into healthy baking. A lot of people do the same thing you do. They sell fabrics. On this island alone, we have a lot of women that sell fabrics. Okay, so why is brand positioning important? Why does it matter? So I'm saying that it is about brand positioning in itself. It's about deciding on purpose, how you want to be known in a crowded market. What do you want people to remember you for? Okay. If you don't position your brand, my ladies, the market will do it for you. And most often, the market will not do it to your favor. Do you get what I'm saying? Market will not do it to your favor. Please let me pause for a while and think about what. Okay. So you get what I said. What did I say last, please? If you don't position your brand, the market will do it for you. And often, it will not do it in your favor. So when your positioning is clear, your brand becomes the go-to choice, not just one of many options. People begin to recognize what you stand for and why they should choose you without you needing to over-explain or compete on price. Positioning aligns your internal clarity. Like, I already know what I offer, who I serve, and all of that. That's clarity. It aligns it with external perception. That is what people see. What you believe about your value will now match what your clients or what your audience will see and the experiences they have. That's why it's important you define your values first. So that alignment naturally will boost your confidence. And confidence, when you express it consistently, turns into influence and then into authority. We're going to look at how that works. You speak differently, you price differently, you show up differently. Most importantly, strong positioning attracts aligned clients. Now, when I talk about aligned clients are those who have aligned to your value, those who value the quality you bring. They respect what you do, your expertise, and they are willing to pay for premium outcomes, not just discounts. You want those clients that are aligned to your values. Those are your clients. They understand your brand, and they just want you to be the one to serve them. So before we go deeper, I want you to think about your brand. Is your brand just surviving in the market, or is it leaving a legacy? We want to consider our brand positioning philosophy. You need to have a philosophy, and that philosophy is actually what it is that guides the things you do, your belief system, what guides what you do. So that's your brand. What is it that you want to achieve? You need to tell yourself that I'm not just building a brand. I want to build something that will outlive me, something that will outlast me, whatever it is. So there are 3 things that helps your brand positioning. Please note that statement under the heading. We don't just build brands, we build legacies. You are not about just trying to be in the market for the sake of being in the market. You want to build something that will last. Strategic identity is very important. Strategic identity is rooted in your unique vision and values. Remember that you as an individual, your vision is unique, your values are unique to you. So positioning is not just about being seen, it's about being remembered. And as entrepreneurs, leaving a legacy means creating a business that attracts the right clients, stands out, and grows sustainably. Positioning starts with what? Strategic identity. This is about grounding your brand in your unique vision. What is your vision for that business? What do you want to create? We are women and we are very creative beings. Before you started that business, something must have been boiling inside. This is what I want to achieve. That's your vision. What do you want to create? And your values. What you refuse to compromise. What is this thing that you will not compromise on? That's your value. What do you want to create? These two things, your vision and your value, is your strategic identity. That's one of the things that stand you out. Your vision, what you want to create. Your values, what you cannot compromise on. It could be, I don't want to compromise on quality. I don't want to compromise on my timely delivery. I'm a timely person. That could be your value. Remember, value is not just one thing. It could be different things. I don't want to compromise on my integrity. That could be your value. What's your vision? I want to create something, whatever it is that you're doing. I want to create something that will outlive me. And it is wrapped around my values. Whatever it is, I don't want to be specific now because you know your business. So when you ground your brand in that your unique vision, that is what you want to create, and then your values, what you refuse to compromise on, that is your strategic identity. Think about it. When you are crystal clear about your identity, everything else falls into place. The pricing, your messaging, the clients you attract, even the way you run your business will just align. Clarity on this front, clarity on this front, okay, turns chaos into confidence. When you are certain of what it is you want to create and the values you have, things you will not compromise on. If you are clear on these two, then everything chaotic around you will turn into confidence. Clarity is very important. The second thing is emotional resonance. To be able to position your brand correctly, that's your business. You have to design it to connect deeply with your ideal audience. So that's why it's important you know who you are serving. If you know the person that you are providing this service for, you have to create your brand in such a way that it will connect to them, your particular audience. You are not serving everybody. Like what you will offer to busy moms will be different from what you offer to busy professionals. They are two different things. They are two different people. What you offer to an event planner who could be your client is different from what you want to offer to maybe someone that is maybe a child, because some people, their clients are children, especially if you are doing things that has to do with parties. Emotional resonance. Design your brand in such a way that it will connect deeply with your ideal audience. Your ideal, underline the word ideal. You're not serving everybody. Identity alone is not enough. Your brand must have that emotional resonance. People don't connect with logos or slogans. They connect with meaning. Your audience will always ask themselves, do I belong here? Is this for me? Can I trust this brand? And it is your positioning that will answer that question. So it's very important. Am I making sense? Please, am I making sense?
Yeah.
If I'm making sense, you can just type on the chat. If there's anything that is resonating with you from what I'm saying, please go ahead and type it on the chat. It will give some encouragement to me. So as an entrepreneur, when your brand resonates emotionally, clients don't just buy, they invest in you and your vision. Because they've understood your vision, they've understood what you stand for, your values. Okay. Then the final thing in that positioning philosophy is distinction. There's a market distinction. Standing out doesn't mean shouting louder. It means being clearer. So in a crowded market, clarity attracts clients who are aligned with your values, your style, your mission. So when you position your brand intentionally, you are no longer competing with everyone. You are competing for the right clients, the ones
It's like the network is not, am I the only one? No volume
Yes,
again.
you can hear.
It's not only you. I wanted to even leave and
I
rejoin.
think the network is an issue. Oh, I think the network is an issue. Yes, we can hear you, but it's breaking. The network is bad.
Network is very bad. Please confirm you can hear me.
Yes, you can hear you
Yes,
now.
we can hear you, ma.
Thank you. So sorry about that. The network is very poor today, but we are almost there at the end. So please confirm you can see my screen.
Yes, ma. I can see.
All right, thank you.
You see your screen is
So
still
I
on
was
slideshow.
discussing. Is it okay now?
Yes, we see your
Is it
slide, but
okay?
we see your slide, but it's not on slideshow, it's still on PowerPoint.
Oh, it's not on slideshow. Wow. So you're not seeing the full screen.
No.
Okay, let me stop sharing. Just mm, sorry. Network. Can you see the full screen now? Can you see the full screen
I'm
now?
seeing it side by side.
Hmm.
We can still go with it.
Yes.
So it's not showing as a full screen. Why?
It's not
Why is
showing
it
again.
showing like what's to show? Let me know when you are seeing the correct thing. I'm trying to.
I see it now.
It's okay now.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry about the delay, but we just need to get it right. And so I was saying that this spot in the middle is the sweet spot. That's where legacies are built. When your vision aligns with your value and you're able to communicate that consistently, that's where legacies are born. You know, that's when your business begins to will outlive you, definitely, if you are consistent. So let's work on that. Let's work on that. Let's work on distinction. Okay, distinguishing ourselves in the business. Let's work on that. So I want you to ask yourself one question. In all these areas in my vision, do I really know what I want to create? Do I know what my values are? Then am I able to communicate these two consistently? Which of these three areas can you say you are strongest in your business now? Can you go to the chat and put it down? Which of these three areas can you say you are strongest in your business right now? Am I sure of my voice? Am I sure of my values? Am I sure of my vision? We'll move on. But please put it in the chat or you can put it in your notes. Where am I strongest? Which one needs more clarity to help you attract premium clients? Like from all we have talked about, we've seen that these three are very critical. Okay, value, thank you for sharing that. What area can you say that needs, where are you strongest? Where are you strongest? That's the question. And which one needs more clarity? Which one needs more clarity? Vision needs more work. Thank you. Please, let's all do that. Write in your notes, put in the chat, but just make sure you are putting down something because you are talking about your own business and you want it to stand out. Okay, so this reflection will help you identify where to focus your effort and make your positioning intentional. Remember that as entrepreneurs, building a brand isn't just about transaction. It's about transformation. You want to make a difference. Okay, clear positioning aligns your identity, resonates with your audience, and helps your business stand out. That's how legacies are created. So in the next slide, we'll explore how to discover your sweet spot. That middle point, we want to discover that place so that your brand can move from just existing to truly surviving. Let's move quickly because of our time. So you need to be able to write your positioning statements, your brand positioning statements at the end of this. This is my own, my webinars just started in December. So I've tried to create a positioning statement, and that's an example that I've written there. Now that we understand the philosophy behind positioning, I want us to be practical about this now. It's time to discover your own brand positioning statement, the place where you stop just existing in the market and truly start thriving. That statement is your brand distilled into one powerful sentence. It tells the world who you serve. It tells the world what problem you solve and the unique value only you bring. Please don't look down on any business at all. You can create a brand. You just see that there's something running consistent in you throughout everything you do. And that is something you cannot compromise on. That is your value. Note it. Note it. And then vision. What is it that you want to create? Note it. Who do you want to serve? Note it. What problem do you want to solve? Note it. What is the unique value only you will bring? Note it. For entrepreneurs, this is critical. Your positioning statement becomes the backbone of your messaging. The message you are sending will have to come in that, okay? Your marketing style, even the way clients experience your brand, it will be seen in that your positioning statement. So I've shared an example with us, okay? One of it could be, another example I've just written down in my notes is that we empower ambitious leaders to transcend noise and claim their space with a brand that reflects their highest clarity, deepest confidence, and boldest mindset. That's a premium mindset. What we want to do is to empower ambitious brand leaders. You want to be a brand leader. You want to own your brand. And we want you to transcend noise and claim your space with a brand that reflects your highest clarity, that is, reflects your value, reflects your voice, and then your deepest confidence, and then your boldest mindset. That's for the premium mindset, brand. So notice how this is not just about service, it's about transformation. It speaks to the ideal client. For me, it is brand leaders. You want to own your brand. You want to own it. It speaks to the ideal client. It conveys unique value and positions the brand as premium and intentional. So think of your business. You now, think of your business. Who is your ideal client? I've told us to write it down. What transformation will you deliver to them? Write it down. What makes your approach unique? So for me, I've decided to do webinars, put it together in a booklet form so that people, when they can pick up my material, look at it, and it will help them in their businesses. And if I'm invited to speak in gatherings, I know that my duty is to ensure that brand leaders transcend noise and claim their space with their own brand that will reflect them, reflect their clarity, their highest clarity, would reflect their deepest confidence and boldest mindset. So please craft your own positioning statement that aligns with your vision, that resonates with your audience, and sets you apart in the market. Write it down. Please write it down. Let it be like an assignment for you. Write it down. Don't worry about it being perfect. Just get the core. As we are talking, maybe you are thinking about it. Get to the core. Write it on paper. And then as you move on, just being in the premium mindset room, certain things you go and tweak it. You can continue to tweak it until it sounds like you. When you do this thing well, what we're talking about, when you do it well, your positioning statement becomes like a compass for every decision you make in your business, from your pricing to your messaging to the clients you attract. Okay, so in the next slide, we will break down how to make this statement actionable so it drives real growth, because at the end of the talk, we want growth. We've seen that the positioning statement is critical. We want it to be actionable. So I've shown us 3 pillars of every brand. Every brand, even your brand, there are 3 pillars that shows how premium positioning shows up in real decisions as an entrepreneur. The first one is elevated identity. So elevated identity means your brand reflects your highest self and your boldest ambitions. It's not looking at your past limitation. So you may have said, oh, in the time past, I didn't perform very well. It's not, this elevated identity is looking at, where do I want to be? Where am I going? Not your past limitation. Premium brands lead from who they are becoming. Please write it down. You lead from who you are becoming. Don't undersell yourself. Don't look down on yourself. You lead from who you are becoming. So you move from looking at yourself and saying, I'm still small, so I'll keep my prices low and try to be flexible for everyone. You need to lead from who you are becoming. Because when you are leading from that shrunken state, it shrinks your mind, your confidence will waver, and your growth is stalled because you just be living in the past. You don't want to continue to live in the past. Never see your business as low, as not able to achieve. See yourself as who you are becoming. So you can begin to say things like, I deliver exceptional outcomes. Yes, you are growing. Every one of us, we are growing. We're becoming better and better every day. So tell yourself, I deliver exceptional outcomes. It's like saying affirmations concerning your business. I deliver exceptional outcomes. When you keep saying it to yourself, it becomes you. You become that. You begin to deliver exceptional outcomes. My prices reflect the value and care and expertise I bring. When you talk like that, you know what happens? Your brand begins to rise. Your confidence is strengthened, and your clients begin to respect your boundaries because you are talking about who you are becoming, right? So when you have elevated your identity, your brand will naturally follow. Okay? The second pillar is strong distinction. Very strategic distinction. See, every element is intentional, setting you apart with precision and purpose. Strategic distinction simply means that you don't blend in. You choose your lane with precision. You don't blend in. So you don't begin to say, oh, my competitors are doing this, so I will follow them. I will follow the trend so that I can stay relevant. Dare to stand out. Dare to be different. Your brand becomes unforgettable if you are different. Don't be comparison driven. Don't be looking at others. Oh, this person is doing this, so I want to follow them and do what they are doing. No, dare to be different. Dare to stand out. Strategic decision. You see, that's where your edge, your specific edge comes in. That thing that sets you apart from others, you need to know what it is. Because that is what makes your brand unforgettable. It may just be a service, a unique service that you deliver in that brand that is plenty in the market. Everybody's doing it. But the way you choose to deliver your own value will stand you out. That could be your unique edge. That could be your strategic distinction. Please hone it, write it down. What is it that people are always praising you for? What is it that they are always saying, you are different, I just like the way you do this? That's your competitive edge. So now begin to say to yourself, I'm clear on what makes my approach different. I communicate it consistently. When you do that, your brand will stand out. You begin to lose that idea of comparing yourself with others. And when you do that, you have authority in that particular field, whatever business it is. See, no matter what it is, you could say, oh, everybody's selling Pampers. Everybody can be selling Pampers, or the way you deliver your Pampers, they will always look for you. You know, there are some places that when you go to buy something as simple as tissue paper, you will not go there again to buy tissue because of the way they have packaged it and delivered it to people. There is a unique way you do your own, and people see it and they just love it. So clarity eliminates competition. The third thing that is very important, that is part of a brand pillar, is that emotional resonance. Emotional resonance is where premium brands win loyalty. Please, let's pay attention to this one. Your audience, they don't just see your offer, they want to feel understood. They want to be able to feel that value that you're offering. So I don't want you to sound, we should not, in this room, we should not sound transactional at all times, or let me just collect the money and move. Please, let's look beyond that. I'm reading a book, my book of the month. One of them is on Give to Grow. And I've gotten to a chapter where you are, the author was saying that you have to be able to deliver value to people. That should be your intention. Now, when you do that genuinely, okay, what you're doing will emotionally resonate with your clients. And sometimes when you seek to give people, you grow yourself. So when the Bible says something like give and it will come back to you, right? Give and it will come back to you. When you are giving, it's not just money. You can give value to people. And that's your business. If you give with a willing heart, with the intention to solve, be a solution, it will come back to you. Once you can resonate with your customers, that emotional resonance, okay? They don't just feel you. Sorry, they don't just see you. They feel you. They feel you. So don't be detached. If your business with your customers is just transactional and is detached, they will easily forget you. But when you say to your client, I understand your challenge, that is, they share a solution, a problem with you, or you just notice that they are encountering some challenge and you have a solution to it. Instead of just sounding, how much will you pay me? I'll solve this problem. Why don't you say, I understand your challenge. I see your desire for better. I've designed a solution with you in mind. When you say things like that, you connect with them. And then trust begins to build, especially when you are an expert in that thing. And then decisions become easier. So people don't pay premium prices for products alone. They pay for certainty. They pay for connection. Okay? Please, what I said so far, does it make sense? Does it make sense to us? Are we getting it? Thank you. Thank you. So when elevated identity, strategic distinction, and emotional resonance come together, when these three comes together, okay, your positioning statement stops being aspirational. It no longer be, oh, I want to make it, I want to make it. It becomes operational. It begins to work because the things become real. Now, let's look at how to activate these pillars in your messaging, because we talked about voice. Remember that Venn diagram, voice. How do we activate these pillars? Your identity, your strategic distinction, that's your competitive edge, and your emotional resonance. How do we activate it in your messaging, in your offers, and in your clients' experiences so that your brand can perform at a premium level? That's what we're looking at now. And we're very close to the end of this webinar. See what you say. Look at the first thing there. You need to speak with clarity, not apology. Confident, decisive, value focused, not price led. You are not led by your prices. You are putting in the forefront is the value that you're offering. You speak with calm authority. You don't need to over explain. Okay? Since we have defined your position and clarified these pillars, the three pillars, the real question is, how do you show up every day? How does it show in the messaging? How does it show in your messaging? Premium positioning only works when it is activated consistently. So now you are clear about your value. You are clear about what it is that you're offering, the solution that you're bringing to your clients. You need to activate it when you are consistent. When they say, when people who teach on social media marketing, they say you have to be consistent, post every day. Those things are important. But it's not just about posting. You need to post the correct thing. That's why we took the time to explain the very first set of things. What message are you actually passing on to people? You can only activate that message, having clarity. You can only activate it when you are consistent. When you are consistent. How do you show up every day? How do you show up every day? Premium messaging is not about sounding expensive. It's about sounding certain. It's the bridge between your positioning and your results. When messaging aligns with your identity, your distinction, your strategic distinction, that's your competitive edge, and emotional resonance, your audience will feel the clarity and they will feel confident in choosing you. So the very first active premium messaging through language. Okay? Premium brands, they speak with calm authority. They don't over-explain. They don't over-justify or apologize for their values. So you don't say things like, we try our best to deliver good results. Let us know your budget. You say things like, we specialize in delivering high quality outcomes with attention to detail and a seamless client experience. You replace uncertainty with clarity. And next, your offers must reflect your positioning. What you are offering must reflect your positioning. So premium brands, they don't sell features, they sell transformation and experience. They sell experience. So you don't just say, this package includes this, this, and this. You say things like, this experience is designed to. So that shows that you have the client in mind. You designed it to solve a problem that they are having. Okay? Like giving you clarity. Remember my own positioning statement. Gives you clarity, confidence, and results without stress or guesswork. So when your offer tells a story of transformation, that's experience, you want to tell your clients that, see, what I'm offering, brings transformation from where you are, the struggles you're having, to a better place. Pricing becomes secondary. What you're selling to your client is the experience. It becomes easier for them to understand why they have to pay what they're paying. Okay. Premium messaging also shows up in how you show up, your tone, your response time, your boundaries, and the confidence you communicate. So I want to talk about boundaries a little bit. You know, this idea that someone can call you at any time of the day because you want to sell markets. They can call you by 12 midnight, call you by 10 p.m. You need to be able to set boundaries around your timing, your opening time, your closing time. If you're having like a WhatsApp business, this thing, set a closing time and opening time. In fact, if you want to design like a WhatsApp page or a business WhatsApp page, they will actually ask you to put your starting time and the closing time. I tried to do some swap recently, and I noticed that they ask you to put, when does your business open? When does your business close? Because they understand that you need to set boundaries. You cannot be doing business every day, 24/7. Set boundaries to that so that people know when they can reach you. There are some messages that even when you see, deliberately close your eyes and refuse to respond until your opening time for work. We're all guilty of this, and I'm saying, and I'm working towards it myself. But I'm saying it's the way to go in setting boundaries. Don't be afraid to say no. There are some offers that you don't have to take. If that client is for you, they will wait until you are ready. I'm not saying don't make sacrifices, but there are some things that you know, and if you have to make extra sacrifice, please charge for it. That's what I'm saying, so that they will know not to overstretch you. They do it now. Even organizations pay overtime. Is it not true? When you are working beyond the time, when you are working beyond the time you have set for yourself, you in a normal corporate organization, you're supposed to open, maybe resume by 9 a.m., close by 4. If you now stay up till 7, they pay overtime. Is that not true? But we as entrepreneurs, you just discover that, oh, anything goes. Oh, somebody will call you by 10 p.m. Somebody will say, call you by 4 p.m. and tell you, please, can you deliver a cake in the morning? I will charge you for express. If I have to take that call, then I have to charge you for express, and I will put it there. So this is my opening time. This is my closing time. So you have to give me some time to be able to plan myself. So let's set boundaries. Let's not be afraid to say, no, it's not going to work for me. Otherwise, you will be stretched beyond measure. So you need to have that clear processes, confident timelines. When you tell your client, I'll deliver in 2 days, work towards it. Okay. Respect your boundaries. So how you operate is part of your message. How you operate, that system that you are setting up, is part of your message. So please take one sentence from your website. How many of us have an Instagram page, or you have a website, or you have your maybe Facebook bio or in LinkedIn bio, and see how you can write it with clarity. That's another assignment I've given you. Please, who remembers the first one? The first one is to write your positioning statement, right? There are so many things I've said in the course of this discussion, but write your positioning statement. Write it. That's the main thing here. Take one sentence from your already existing bio, either from any of your social media handles, and see how you can rewrite it with clarity, with confidence, with intention, no apologies, no discount, just no explaining, just value. Let the people know what your value is. You can do it. I think I've changed my Instagram bio as I advance, as I grow, and as I advance in what I do. I try to write it so that it will suit my current status. Okay, so when premium messaging is activated, your brand feels aligned, your audience feels confident, and your business grows with less resistance. In the next slide, we'll look at how consistency turns premium messaging into market authority. It's important. That's where we're going. We want to position for the market. So how does your messaging translate into being an authority in that business? There are three things there. The first one is consistency. We mentioned it in a bit in the last slide. Consistency. Authority is built, it's not claimed. So every social media handle you have, or any way any touch point, any opportunity for clients to get to you, whatever medium through which your clients get to you, that's what I refer to as touch points. You need to be consistent. Your brand experience should be uniform everywhere. Your messaging, your visuals, your tone, everything should align. Your website, social media handles, your email, even when you are calling your clients, everything should reflect your brand. Because when you do that, it builds recognition and trust. There's something I did recently. So I was just trying to, I'm still working on the Premium Mindset website, and I'm sorry, not website, the brand itself. And on Canva, I decided to give the brand a color. So a brand kit. So what that brand kit means that you have a certain kind of font that you use for your business. You have certain colors that resonate with you. So anything you want to do, if you click on that brand kit, your colors will be within what is in your brand kit. The fonts you use to write will be within that brand kit. Okay, so it makes your work unique, and when people see whatever it is you're presenting, it will look similar. It's just something recent I did when I was preparing this, because for me, it's a practical session. As I'm teaching, I'm learning. So as I did that thing, I noticed that even my slides followed. If you noticed my slide, you see that I followed a certain color tone. It's because of that brand kit. So you need to be consistent across touch points. So if you are designing anything, please, including the way you sound, please let it be consistent across board. The next thing is your demonstrated expertise. That is, you should show what you do. Don't just talk about it, show it. Share knowledge and insights regularly. Share case studies, maybe examples, people you have encountered, your customers' testimonials, your success stories. Don't be afraid to share it. Position yourself as the go-to expert. So if you are consistent across all touch points and you have demonstrated expertise, okay, the next thing is that authority will emerge naturally when people feel confident in you. So when you are consistent and people see that you are good at what you do, okay, they will feel confident in you. Why? You have clear standards and boundaries. You deliver your results consistently. Your audience will recommend you organically. How do you feel when you have, like if I have a tailor that made my cloth and that cloth was well made, I'm wearing it, it's sitting on me. If somebody walks up to me to say, who made your cloth? I will boldly and confidently tell them this person made the cloth. If I had a nasty experience with that tailor, you know what will come out next? Sometimes, have you heard people say things like, this tailor, they sew well, but in they disappoint? How many of you have heard that kind of statement? This guy can sew very well, but they keep to time. If you miss your events, that's not a good testimonial. But if somebody comes and shares, oh, this tailor is very good and he's very timely in his delivery, you see automatically somebody has referred you, even in a place where you are not. And the person can come and look for you. just because someone recommended you. That's how it is. Clear standards and boundaries. You deliver your result consistently, and automatically your clients will recommend you organically. So you see those three words, three things there. Consistency across touch points, demonstrating your expertise, and trusted influence is equal to market authority. So think about your own brand. Which of these three things, consistency, expertise, influence, which of them feels strongest to you right now? Please, can you go to the chats and type it? Okay, Ollie, your hands are up. What do you want to say or question?
Oh no, I was agreeing with what you said.
Okay.
About yes.
About what? Sorry, go ahead.
When you referred to who has heard about a negative comment about the tailor, I was agreeing with what you said.
Oh, okay, yes. So think about your own brand. Which of these three, consistency, expertise, influence, which of them feels strongest right now? And which of them do you think needs work in your business? Write it down. Make a mental note, because these are the areas that will turn your positioning into authority. So if the challenge you're having is that you need to work on your expertise, please, if you need to take on a training, go and train so that you grow in it, especially if it's something you're passionate about. Is it consistency? You need to work on that. Oh, I need to be more consistent in this thing so that people can see me. And consistency is not just about posting. Remember, consistency is your brand, your messaging, what your visuals, everything needs to align and it has to be consistent, coupled with sending out your information on a regular basis, the things you do. And then don't just say it, also demonstrate expertise. And people will get to know when you share testimonials. It is when these two are aligned that you will now have trusted influence. Those customers that trust your work will organically refer you. So, from visibility to market authority. As we close, I want to redefine authority. What is authority? What's authority? Authority is not volume. It's not popularity. It's not perfection. Authority is clarity. I'm sure I know what I'm doing. And then I live it consistently. That's authority. I live it consistently. And influence is what happens when people trust that clarity. Did you understand what I'm saying? If you understood what I'm saying, let me see your hands. Just show of hands. Authority is clarity. All the things we've been talking about, being clear about your business, what you do, your value, all of those things. Authority is when you live this information, you live all those things consistently, as in you practice them consistently. When clarity is lived consistently, that's authority. And when clarity is lived consistently, people will trust that clarity because you are not vague anymore. They know you. They trust what you do. They trust your expertise. So what follows is that you attract influential people. Influence will happen when people trust what you do. And that's how authority is built. When your positioning, your messaging, your behavior align over time, you say what you stand for, you show up accordingly, and you repeat it with integrity, you begin to make impact. So when your brand is consistent, the market begins to repeat your message for you. When they say this thing they call algorithm, when people have seen your work over time and you are consistent, you're not giving up, the market itself will begin to repeat your message for you. So, I don't know what you have picked up so far. Your authority breeds influence and affects your impact as an entrepreneur. Okay. Authority that has influence is when you speak fewer words. You will make you make stronger impact. You speak fewer words, but you make stronger impact because you carry value. Clients trust your process. You just see that your name comes up in rooms that you are not in. Authority reduces efforts. Please note it down. It reduces efforts. And influence multiplies results. Authority reduces efforts, but your influence multiplies results. The influence you have made in the minds and the hearts of your clients can multiply results. People will mention you in rooms that you are not there, you are not in. So what authority changes for entrepreneurs? See, when your authority is established, you stop convincing, you start attracting, you stop discounting, you start leading, you stop reacting, you start deciding. Premium brands, they don't rush, they anchor, and the market will adjust. Did you get that? You don't rush, you anchor. You need to know who you are. Identity is very important. Be clear on who you are, what you do, who you're serving. The market will adjust to you. So ask yourself this question: what would change in my business if my brand was trusted even before I say anything? That's the power of authority. That's a powerful and authority-driven positioning. If your brand is able to, so is trusted even before you speak, that's a power of authority-driven positioning. So positioning gives you clarity, messaging gives you momentum, consistency gives you authority. And see, authority is what turns your brand into influence and your influence into legacy. I want to stop here for today. That's actually my the webinar for today, and I want to pause for questions. If you have any question, Yeah, authority decreases efforts, influence multiplies results, correct. Do we have any question, any contribution, anything that is not clear? I want to launch another poll soon, like the final poll, but please, if you have any question, if this session has been helpful to you, if it's been an eye-opening session to you in any way, please let me know. I'm going to launch 2 polls, but I'll launch them one after the other. The first one is readiness for strategic positioning. No, we're talking about positioning. Please, if you can see the polls, let me know. How ready are you for strategic positioning? The question there is, at this stage of your business, what would help you most to build a brand that attracts premium clients and leaves a legacy? That's where we're going. Okay, so we'll have options there. A clear positioning framework to define my vision, my voice, and my value. The 3 V's. My vision, what I want to create, my voice, how I communicate it, and my value, the things I cannot compromise about. Okay. Then the second question, another response there is guided support to confidently communicate and price my services. Thank you for answering that poll. Please, let's go ahead and answer the poll. You're looking for practical tools to attract aligned premium clients consistently. Or are you in that category that you are still reflecting? So I can see two persons saying that what can help them to build brands that attract premium clients is a clear positioning framework to define vision, voice, and value. Please take it back and go and sit on it. It's not something you do in a rush. What is your vision? What do you want to create? How will you communicate it? That's your voice. And then what is your value? What are the things you will not compromise on? What are those things you will not compromise on? One more person has not responded, though I have 4 out of 5 answering this poll. But thank you to everyone who has responded. I'm going to ask I'm going to launch the next poll, and that's the final poll for this session. Please, if you have a question, put it on the chat. Otherwise, you can just share what you've learned and what will be very, very valuable for you to work on as you go back. The last poll is on activating premium messaging and authority. That's the final thing we shared today. So can you see the poll? To turn your positioning into consistent authority and premium results, what support would help you most right now? What support will help you most right now? We're all in the premium room. We can continue this conversation there, but I want you to answer this poll. So if there's any help you would need, that can help me know how we are going to frame our conversations in the group. All right, building consistency across platforms to strengthen authority and trust. All right, thank you. Please start to work on that. That's your assignment. Structuring offers that communicate transformation, not just features. Thank you. Thank you. Begin to work on that as well. Do you understand the question? Okay. Okay. So, well, I'm seeing structure here, structuring offers that communicates transformation, not just features. And then building consistency across platforms to strengthen authority and trust. Very important. Thank you all for answering that poll. There's a survey at the end of this webinar. Please help me to answer it at the end of this webinar. Is there no question? Have you gained something today? Thank you, Oli. Please, have you gained something? You want to say something? You want to ask a question? Please let me get your reactions.
Please, can I get an opportunity to listen to the video again, to the class again?
Yes, you can.
Thank you, ma.
Yeah. I can share with you, though I want to package all these products for people. But please, if I share with you, it's not for public consumption, it's just for you.
Okay, ma. Thank you very much.
All right. So as many as are interested in listening to it, please just reach out to me. Any question, any contribution? I have 2 minutes, so. Was the session helpful? Again, I wanted to ask us if 7 p.m. is okay, or do we, 7 p.m. is it okay, or we rather have it in the morning hours, 10 a.m.? Thank you, Damsel. Thank you. 7 p.m., 10 a.m. in the morning, Wednesdays, which one works better for us? 10 a.m. for 90 minutes is fine. Thank you. Any other person with an alternative? Morning, okay. Thank you. It's well noted. I got a feedback on that too, but I had already fixed this time, so Thank you all for responding. I have 1 minute, so no one wants to say anything to me, eh? Somebody else's voice should be heard.
Thank you for the seminar. You said we should say something to you.
Please say
Hello, and
something to
thank
me.
you.
Say what you have learned or something, just a takeaway or this, Tanike. I know I've seen all these posts. Anya Fiong, please share with me, what did you pick out? Was it worth your time? Doreen, was it worth your time?
Good evening, ma.
Good evening. Was the session
Thank
helpful
you.
to you?
Yes, it was very helpful. Actually, it was an eye opener. Like for me, I started my business without, should I say, without having a clear direction on where I'm going to. So, with this webinar really helped me to be able to, put some things into place. Like, you say that we should position our brand in such a way that we are no longer, competing with everybody. We are just competing for the right client. So, I have so many points I'm taking back to, to work on. And I pray that God will help me. Thank you so much, ma.
Thank you very much, Anya Fiong. Thank you for that feedback.
Thank you.
Doreen, can I hear from you?
Thank you very much. I want to come to this class again.
I want to come to the class again. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Stanika, anything from you? All right. It is 9 p.m. Thank you all for joining me today. I'm grateful for you coming. You want to say something, Nike?
I want
Just
to
to
say
say
something.
thank you for the seminar.
Thank you very much for
I want to
coming.
say something.
Okay, go
Instead,
ahead.
I have a lot going on my plate, and by the grace
Okay.
of God, it can unveil soon. I had to drag myself. If you notice, for some time I've not been on the platform, the premium platform. Not because I undervalue it, but time. I had to drag myself here. But every bit of it, before network would throw me out, my phone went dead. I got something. It was clear. And
Right.
very soon you will carry your disciples. You will see us. You will see us. Thank you very much. I don't want
Thank
to
you.
brag. I don't want to talk too much. But I'm grateful to God I was able to. I know what I mean when I said I literally dragged myself here. And I'm grateful to God I came here. The little I had, the ones I got here and there, it made sense. Thank you very much. I'm trusting God I would be able to run with it. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you very much for the feedback. I'm grateful for that. So see us all next time. I also will post another webinar opportunity. Hopefully I'll have one more in March. Then I will pause for a while. So I'll see us at that time. And meanwhile, please, we'll continue conversations in the premium mindset room, because that's where it becomes more practical, and we answer everyday questions on what is bothering you, so that we position ourselves correctly for those premium clients. Thank you and have a very good evening. Bye.
Hi, ma. Thank you.